Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Band of Brothers. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 2 of Band of Brothers, and I'm mildly grateful that the last episode did not start straight out with heading to Normandy, storming the beach, and seeing all of that imagery yet again, but with people that I've gotten to know. I do think that this episode might start out that way. Saving Private Ryan started out very violent and bloody and real. And I think that that's like one of the things about the movie that like you could equally hate and love because it didn't put on any kid gloves. It didn't try to soften the blow. It was like, hey, this is war. This is the expectation. And dang it. I've already had about an hour and a half of getting to know these guys, and like Garnier's brother was killed in Italy, and now he's gonna go and storm the beach knowing that information. I don't know what that would do to somebody, you know. I don't know if it would enrage him and he's able to inject his anger into what he's doing when it comes to war. I don't know if that will distract him and cause problems with him not being present with Easy Company. We've already kind of seen that with Sobel, how like, you know, he's a really good drill sergeant and he's really good at putting people, you know, through a lot of these tasks to see if they're actually tough enough. But the person who actually couldn't get through an actual mission was in fact Sobel himself. And, you know, he was very distracted and he was getting lost all the time and he just wasn't good at it. And, you know, I don't want that to happen with Bill. You know, I don't want him to all of a sudden just not be present and have more people in danger because he can't, you know, get out of his own head. And like learning that your sibling has been killed is not an easy thing to learn. Take it from me. Like that is something that haunts you for the rest of your life. But, you know, especially when you're going into something where you really need to focus, I'm worried about Bill. Now, I really like Winters, obviously. He's very capable. He is, you know, he's not oozing personality, but at the same time, you know, he's very likable, but he's very efficient and he's very good at his job. And after Sobel tried to get him court-martialed, just to kind of, I don't know, to make him look bad or because he looked bad. So he's got to make the other guy that he works with look bad. Like, you know, I understand why Sobel did it, but I don't like that he did it. But especially to Winters because he is very capable and he knows what he's doing and he's like very strong mentally. He's there. Now he's leading these guys on to, I don't know if they're landing on Omaha or Utah, but Normandy. They're on their way to Normandy, the absolute most terrible place to be dropped in all of history that I know of. I, again, haven't seen the Pacific and Masters of Air. I imagine that they will also have horrible places to land. Anyway, looking forward to this, but again, it's a weird thing to look forward to, but I love that the last episode started out with actual people talking about their experience. I'm imagining we're probably going to get more of that like every episode, which is beautiful because it's somebody that is recounting their experience and they made it. But again, one thing that I've learned from war movies, war shows, is that just because you survived the fight doesn't mean that the fight is over. And sometimes that follows you home and sometimes it haunts you and it affects the rest of your life. So I'm sure we'll get some of those stories as well, and which is always beautiful yet heartbreaking. So guys, let's get into it.
Got such an opening blast from the opening shot from the prop blast that it broke this chin strap that we had on that helmet liner, and that's when I lost this famous leg bag that everybody talks about just from the shock of the opening. It just flew right off my foot.
What does that mean?
You know, and we lost a lot of people that night. But you try to put it all on your mind.
Day of days. The day. D-Day. Oh, no. Not that makeup's important, but, like, I would like for it to at least last the entire reaction. How you doing, Bill? He knows what's coming.
Lieutenant Neal! Bill could use some help! Bill! Bill, hey!
Oh, goodness. Hey. I mean, yeah, like, I don't know where I would be at mentally if I was facing all of this. Yeah, same. Yeah, was that a bomb? Was it them shooting? Yeah.
Stand up!
Wow.
Hook up!
Ready to go.
Sound up for equipment! Charge! 10 okay! 1 okay!
Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! So, in Private Ryan, we saw them coming up onto the beach, not from the air, but from the sea, so this is... Think about the people that didn't even make it to the beach. He's hit?
Jesus! Tell me to get him out of there!
Change it. Oh my god! Oh! Was that Meehan's, like, plane? Look at all those paratroopers.
Stay on the plane! Not jumping!
The guy that got hit.
He's okay!
Oh my god, this point of view is insane.
Where's the goddamn DZ? They can't jump at this speed! We there?
Oh!
God!
Oh!
No!
I'm so scared for my guys. I'm scared for all of them, but I know these guys. I mean, how do you meet up with the rest of the group? Like, they didn't, like, know to follow him with, like, all the people that are, like, in the air. Maybe they'll drop right in front of you.
Flash! Shit!
I don't think that's the correct reply, Trooper. I say Flash. Say Thunder. Yes, sir. Thunder, sir.
Not shit.
Leg back. Prop blast got it, sir.
Yeah, whoa.
And my radio and batteries with.
Oh, shit.
Mine too. Landed somewhere behind those trees. Okay.
Hey, yeah, breathe. Let's...
Follow me.
Big deep breath. I don't know if I'm talking to myself or if I'm talking to him. Yeah, no, yeah. Away from the bullets. So,
Wait until they reload.
I was going to say, it's obviously not ours. Are they going to take them out? They're shooting at the planes. At the people. The men.
So you're a radio man.
Well, I was until I lost my radio on the jump. I'm sure I'll get chewed out for that.
No, I think you'll be okay.
If you were in my platoon, I'd tell you you were a rifleman first, a radio man second.
There we go.
Well, maybe you could tell that to my platoon leader.
Maybe he will.
I wonder if the rest of them are as lost as we are.
We're not lost, Bryman. We're in Normandy.
It's true. They made it to where they needed to be, just not in the right drop zone. Or maybe everybody else missed the drop zone. It kind of saved me from having to see a lot of battle, that's for sure. Ours, theirs, Whom? Okay, cool.
Who's that?
Try it.
Lieutenant Winters? Is that you?
They're not very quiet. Now they're not very dry. I've heard things about wet feet in war.
It's that San Maricles.
How far off are you?
Flashlight.
Oh, smart.
Raincoat. You got a raincoat?
Oh, yeah, to hide the light. That way he can see the map. And a tiny little compass. What a great place to hide it.
Should be coming up to a road and bridge ahead.
Yeah, how would you know?
Because I study the sand tables,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was like. He'd studied. They were supposed to study that map and memorize it.
Probably a friggin' train or...
Yeah, quiet.
Flash.
Thunder!
Lieutenant, is that you?
Oh, look at how many of them made it. Oh, I hate dark stuff like this when you can't see things. It's nerve-wracking.
Lights it! Go. Guard here.
I don't know, I feel like it's a trap. Like, why would they just be wandering around where there's a war zone happening in the middle of the night? Oh! Bill! Okay, never mind. Bill isn't going to freeze. Garnier, God. He certainly didn't freeze. Went a little psycho, but...
Next time I say wait for my command, you wait for my command, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
So besides having a shitty name, what's his problem?
None of your fucking business, cowboy.
Actually, I feel like he's entitled to know why you just straight up disobeyed your commander and then killed all these people and kept shooting afterwards. Bill, you might be going through something a little bit. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative, quite frankly. They all survived, so I guess a positive.
Shouts at me for killing Krauts.
He just wanted you to wait for his command.
That's it.
Joe, you don't even drink.
So? That's how serious he takes this. I was just like thinking though, like if that was the Germans, what if they had like other soldiers, like prisoners of war, and like Bill ended up shooting them? Like that's why you always wait for your command. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Please cut him down. Oh, look at how many of
If I
them.
need supplies or ammo, now's the time to get it.
It's so dark, but I understand.
McDowell, you okay?
Yes, Sergeant.
No, he's
let's
not
go.
okay. We're seeing this too, right? It did not register that was a person hanging there when I saw it from far away.
Check that one.
Why did I duck? I'm not outside.
You just gotta learn to return his fire is all.
Just gotta realize it ain't about you.
I just heard his brother.
Malaki, shut your yap.
Oh,
His brother got at a casino. Found out before we jumped.
this guy's just supposed to be on the radio. Like, he's not a rifleman, he's a radio man. I think he's gonna learn to be a rifleman, though.
What gives? What are you doing in a Kraut uniform?
Volksdeutsche.
Come again?
My family answered the call. All true Aryans should return to the fatherland. Join up in 41.
Wow.
You're shitting me, right?
Hey, Malaki! Stop fraternizing with the enemy! Get over here!
American born. Fighting for the Germans. Ain't that some shit?
Hey, Popeye!
I mean, I get upset about dead animals all the time. I don't know. I don't know how people shut that off.
It's good to see you, Dick.
Yeah, you too, Buck. What's the situation?
Not good. 90% of the men are still unaccounted for.
90%?
What are the chances of that, huh? You and me, 100 miles from each other, working at practically the same job. Jeez.
Hey, Malak!
I gotta run. I'll see you around.
Yeah. See you around.
I think that's gonna come back to haunt us at some point.
Zigaretten? Danke.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, he's gonna shoot them all.
Shit.
Yeah. I thought the other guy from Eugene was gonna come back to haunt us, and nope.
How many crowds do you think we're facing?
No idea.
No idea.
Compton, Malarkey, Toy, Garnier. We'll be making the main assault. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's pack
Garnier
it
would
up,
love
boys.
to do that, it seems.
Shouldn't you be outside with the other Able Company guys?
See you around, Hall.
Poor Hall.
What's your name, trooper?
Lorraine, sir.
You're with me, Lorraine.
Oh.
Compton, second squad.
Yes, sir.
All right, you heard the word. Let's move. Let's move.
Oh, I have anxiety. I know it sounds weird, but I have tightness in my knees from my legs being so tense. I'm trying to peer around stuff. I can't see it. Still doing it.
3 cannons.
Jesus. We're taking him out, right?
I want that TNT as soon as you see we've captured the first gun. Go.
Okay. See, Winters is good at this. I believe in him. Oh, I have anxiety. I feel like after every episode, I'm going to have an upset tummy.
I can't see nothing.
You're gonna go up? I feel like you have no coverage, sir. Oh. Yeah, they know where you are. Oh my god. Do we have a sniper? Or like, I don't know. I don't know what any of that meant, but they do. That's all that matters. Woo! Oh, shoot him! Shoot him! Shit! Ah! Oh. Ah! He got shot in the ass? I guess best place to get hit. Where?
George, roll out! Get out!
One lucky bastard, Joe.
Is he? I have no idea what happened. Did he just kind of get shrapnel or like what?
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to fuck up. I don't think it's too bad.
Oh, you got shot in the ass, son. It's very Forrest Gump. Wow.
1 o'clock!
Oh! Oh my god!
Toy! No, get out of there! Get out of there! Toy!
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Fucking twice.
Yeah. You've got like either the best or worst luck, son. I've got tension. Let's just loosen up a little bit. Whew.
Ich hab dein Waffe mehr! Bitte, nicht schießen! No make dead! Nicht schießen!
No make then.
Nicht schießen! Ich hab deine Waffe mehr! Bitte, no nicht schießen!
Brass knuckles. Okay.
We better blow this thing before they figure out what the hell's happened.
I'm gonna go and see what's keeping Lipton.
All right. Toy, cover the
Yeah,
lieutenant!
where is Lipton? He's supposed to have the dynamite. He didn't get killed, right?
One of those dead crowds has a Luger!
You have to not think about the Luger right now. Can you please concentrate? Absolute malarkey. I like that I can say that.
Malarkey!
Oh my god! Malarkey, you idiot!
got your friggin' Luger? You want us to go get it for you, you stupid Mick?
Yeah, you idiot. It's not that important right now.
You think this is a ticket home?
Maybe.
See, I just got here.
Oh, he doesn't want to leave.
Hiya, cowboy! Shut your fucking Jimmy trap, gonorrhea. It's all right there, kid. Jesus.
Yeah, yes. Will you get your head down?
Oh,
These are giving me anxiety.
Sir, I don't have any way to set it off, sir! Fire in the hole!
Oh. Okay, cool.
Rocky! Oh, you two, go!
Wow. Easy Company's killing it. Figuratively and literally. I'm very attached to Hall and Malark, obviously, but I really want Hall to survive this.
Hall! Save your TNT! Fire in the hole!
Did something just happen to Hall? Oh no. Shit.
I'm looking for battalion headquarters! Are you kidding? It's back that away! We know.
I hate that! How many memories do soldiers have of that, though? Like, talking to somebody 1 second, the next second they're dead.
TNT! Don't need it! Hold! Hold! Where'd he come from? Winners! Hester said you needed ammo!
Whoa, look at this guy showing up with all the ammo.
Up and out of P Company! Gotcha!
Who is that, Spears?
No! Get out!
Yeah, Spears is the one that killed the guy from Eugene. It seems a little nuts.
We're gonna need it in the next gun! Punch his blow and tell him to pull out!
Okay, at least you're alive and we still have TNT, but it sucks that we lost Hall.
I figure there's maybe 40 or so crowds still manning 3 MG-42s to the rear. Hey, Popeye.
Oh, Popeye. Okay, he got back.
On my way! Sure. Careful. Don't hurt yourself.
Okay,
Nice
you know what's
ride you
good?
got here, Nix.
I thought that was Meehan that Ron Livingston plays. I'm very happy to realize that was not the case. I thought we lost him.
We had an hour to rest and scrounge whatever food we could before we had to move south and secure the town of Coulterville.
It's just like one after the other, no break.
How we doing, Malak? We're doing good.
Doing good?
Oh.
What the hell do you know about cooking? You're Irish.
Sir, if you have a reservation someplace else, I'd be
happy.
happy.
Thank you. Shit.
Wow. That looked disgusting, but I'm sure they're happy eating it.
Dick, you know that map you found? That had every kraut gun in Normandy on it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah? Here. Don't ever get a cat. What's on your mind?
Oh, I just realized he was opening up a tin of tuna fish.
Thanks. A John Hall, New Yorker. Got killed today at Breakcore.
I never knew him.
Yeah, you did? Radio op, 506 basketball team, Able Company. He's a good man.
He was. He was a really good man.
Not even old enough to buy a beer.
Hey, Dick. I sent that map up to Division. I think it's gonna do some good.
I think it probably will. Winters is a really good man.
That night, I took time to thank God for seeing me through that day of days. And if somehow I managed to get home again, I promised God and myself that I would find a quiet piece of land someplace and spend the rest of my life in peace.
I just got like a sinking feeling that like Winters isn't going to make it out of this. The following medals were awarded. Andrew Scott, I knew he looked familiar. Oh, I love Andrew Scott. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so yeah, just as I dreaded is, obviously from Saving Private Ryan, it was coming inland from the sea, and then this was obviously coming from the air, from the airborne. And obviously best laid plans, is like, oh, you're going to land in your drop zone. But like when all the planes are going down and there's everybody jumping and there's all the shooting and everything, and it's at night, like, how do you even get your bearings to like know where to land? And like with Winters, I mean, he's the guy you want leading you. Like, he's the guy that like, he just can see it and say what needs to be done and send the correct people there. Now, Xander, I know I keep saying his name, Bill. I wasn't sure if he was going to freeze up or if he was going to like, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. Like if he was going to be like lost and not know, like he might be lost, but he might be putting a lot of what he's feeling into killing Germans. Scott Grimes. I always forget who he is. Like I recognize his face so much, but I can never remember his damn name. Lewis Nixon is Ron Livingston, because I for sure was like, who the hell is Meehan then? Which it was still sad because I knew Meehan was established in the first episode. I just couldn't remember his name. And I think Simon Pegg, Will, was on that plane, so he's probably gone as well. Buck is great. I love Neil McDonough. Yeah, Andrew Scott. Oh, Andrew Scott is one hell of an actor, and it would have been great to have him do this whole thing. I mean, I think there's a lot of actors that are in here that we're not going to see for very long or for very often. Like, I feel like, what's his name? Plays Magneto. Nope, can't come up with it right this second. But, like there's actors like that like appear in here and like their faces are so familiar. But like, I really wanted Hall to make it. Like, he's just like, I'm just a radio guy. And it's just like, well, you have a rifle, so you're a rifle guy. And he's like, oh, well, make sure you tell my commander. And he's like, I will. I, first of all, like, love Winters for that, because like he very much was like, you could tell Hall as, now I don't want to say like a fish out of water, but like it was just very much like not with his company and was like kind of unsure where to go, what to do at that point in time. That he was a radio guy, so it's like one job he couldn't even do. And, you having Winters there to reassure him, like, we're going to get through this. We're going to make it. Maybe they landed somewhere and we're on the right spot. Maybe we made it to our drop zone. I really appreciate Winters for that. And he seemed very upset about losing Hall. And I mean, by very upset, I mean, like, it affected him, and even at the end, you see him staring at like the war that's happening in front of him. And he's not easily affected by things in a sense that it makes him, like, you see him focus, even if something doesn't go right. He's still got that focus. And in this, like, he witnesses somebody that, he essentially saved his life, had him join his company, believed in him, had him join everybody else. Hall made it for the most part and was very essential to them winning, like in destroying the guns. And then he lost him. And then you see him take his first drink ever. And, like, he can't eat because of what he's witnessed. And, he's like praying that like when he gets home that he can just live in peace. And like he was really affected by this first day one of being in Normandy. And I'd imagine, you know, that's kind of like every man that's there is affected by it. And they show that a little bit differently, you know, like is it Spates or Spears? You know, him going up and killing the German soldiers that were being held captive and killing them. And, you know, it was a little weird for Malark to sit down and start talking to a American that is fighting for Germany and kind of like living up like, oh, my hometown, and it's day one of the war, and being like, oh, well, you know, we'll see each other soon or whatever. And that's probably not the way that would have went anyway. But I'm always worried about, like, you know, showing kindness to somebody who's actively trying to kill you and your brothers, and then, you know, that coming back to bite you in the end. And I was like, oh, that's definitely something that's going to come back to bite us in the end. Spears took care of it. And then, you know, Guernier, like, just literally jumping the gun, not waiting for orders, and just killing everybody. Like, I was just like, holy shit, like, I thought he might freeze in the line of duty. Oh no, he was more than happy to kill. I don't know if I'd say more than happy to. I think he was like needing to, like, he had like a lot of pent up hurt and anger about his brother. But I personally was like, what if they had our soldiers, like, you know, and they were taking them prisoner, and then you just killed them all? I mean, that's not what happened. It worked out great for us, and, you know, he didn't get in trouble for it. But, you know, I mean, even Winters saying like, I'm not a Quaker, it just shows, one, that like Winters is like paying attention and he hears everything. But, you know, is also kind of like if this is the way Bill needs to trust me, then I'm also going to take this drink and I'm going to tell him I'm not a Quaker. Like, don't worry about it. Ugh. Well, day one down. A lot more to go. I don't know if we're going to do a time jump or a skip or go to a specific day, or if we're just going to follow like the first like couple days of the war. But knowing that those are real men that received real, you know, medals of honor, I don't know really what that means, though, because Bronze Stars, Hendricks, Malarkey, Plesha, Toy, Lipton, Petty, Rainey, Wynn, Silver Stars, Compton, Guernier, Lorraine, Distinguished Service Cross to Richard Winters, but no Hall. Hall didn't receive anything. I got emotional because these people are real. Like, they don't show something like that and it'd be for fake people. These people were real. Are they the people at the beginning? Are they the people at the beginning? Some of them? Okay, I gotta get it together. Because most of the time, like, a Purple Heart, you know, I'm glad that's not what it says, but like, a Purple Heart is when you either have died in the line of duty, or, you know, you have faced insurmountable odds in the line of duty and you've lost a lot of people. You know, they don't hand those out like, you know, ice cream or anything. It's something that's like earned in a very heartbreaking, painful way. Okay, and they have a maneuver that like they still teach at West Point, which is, you know, somebody's got to do it first. I really like Winters. I really, really do. And I don't like that they keep calling him Dick. Who decided that that was the short version of Richard? Anyway, I don't know why it bothers me so bad. I don't mind when they shorten Henry to Hank, even though I don't think that makes sense either, but I don't mind it. But Richard to Dick has always bothered me so much. Doesn't make any sense to me. No offense if your name is Richard and you go by Dick, or if you just go by Dick, period. It's a really weird sentence. Anyways, guys, if you want to watch full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to one episode early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think of episode 2? The anxiety, watching like planes go down, watching the paratroopers jump. The airborne is definitely like, that's scary in its own right, but like during a war zone where there are planes and there's other people jumping and people are firing and like you don't know where you're landing, like, that's insane. I thought it was insane coming from the sea, but coming from the air, so insane. And I know that they went through training and that they trained and they trained and they trained and they trained and they trained, but like they really perform well under pressure. And like Toy, like how many times was he going to face grenade fire? Like how many times did a grenade have to blow up by him and for him to make it? Twice on my count. And that's 2 times too many. Man, that's wild. So wild. But I'm looking forward to the next episode because I want to know where we go from here. Is it just a continuation of days? Is it a jump in time? Are we on the move? Is he in fact, because right now it still says Lieutenant Richard Winters. It doesn't say Commander Richard Winters. So is what's his face still alive? Meehan. I had to go look it up. Is Meehan still alive? Like, are we going to see Simon Pegg again? Or is he like done? Because it felt like done. I felt like the plane that landed in the field was theirs and that means done. So is Winters in fact our commander now? So, I mean, you don't have to answer these questions. I will find out by watching them, or watching the show, but I'm eagerly anticipating the next episode because as heartbreaking as it is, it's also riveting and it's also fantastic acting and fantastic television, fantastic filmmaking, absolutely fantastic. And I'm looking forward to watching more. So guys, come back here for the next episode. And in the meantime, I'll see you.